part two, okay, of the billionaire habits. But basically, the topic we've been having is how do you make your first $1 million, okay, here in the UK or in the US. I want to quickly see what I can do to this lighting. Okay, I look darker here. As you're joining me, tell me your name and the city you're joining me from. But more importantly, I'd like you guys to tell me how was yesterday's show? Right? How did it go yesterday? We had a wonderful time yesterday. But I'd like to hear from you personally. How did you enjoy yesterday's show? Was it a great class for you? Did you get value? Was it something that really changed your life? I'd like to know. So I'm trying to move this light. Let me see. I'm a dark person, and so if I don't get enough light, I won't look. I won't look as good as I should. So is it better now? I think it should be better. I think my face is brighter, clearer. Yeah, I think I have enough light now. Oh, beautiful. Okay, good. Yes, we can do this. So, how many of you attended yesterday? If you enjoyed yesterday's class, type I enjoyed it. And please tell me your name and the city that you're joining me from. Okay, your name and your city. And remember, share this video at least 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. So if you watch part one, type I watched part one. I like to hear from you. I like a very interactive class. I love when we engage each other. Okay, I love when we interact together. It really goes a long way in enjoying the conversation. So we started yesterday, part one. I want to know how many of you watched, as that will help me whether I should do a recap or I should just blow into part two. So if you watch part one, type I watched part one. If you did not watch, just type I did not watch. Okay, it's important, like I said, that I know, as this will help me in a great way to be able to take a step. It's very important. Let me see. Part one was perfect, man. Oh, good. I can hear Shola from me now. How are you, Shola? Dominic, watch part one. Okay, beautiful, Dominic. Glad to know. Who else watched part one? If you watch part one, just type I watched part one. I enjoyed part one. It was awesome. I didn't meet a Slim. Watch part one. Oh, beautiful. So I can see some of you watch part one. Some of you did not watch part one. Beautiful. So I'll do a quick, a short recap. Okay. I have one of my students here, Ezekiah, who wants to share how he got his first property in New Jersey. I think I shared a few stories about him yesterday. So I'm going to see if I can him up. I've invited you, Ezekiah, just so that he could share his testimony. And that will also inspire many of you to know that what we're sharing is real. There are people doing it and they are building wealth from it. So he's done part one. So today we'll look at part two. And so what did we share in part one? Number one, how do you make your first $1 million? The first thing we say you need to do, become a property agent or get a high-paying job. Okay, Ezekiah, it says you declined. That's what he's telling me, that you declined coming up. So kindly accept coming up, or even send me a request and I'll accept. So either you get a job, a high-paying job, or you become a property agent. Now, one of the things Ezekiah did when he migrated, just 3 or 4 years in the US, and he already owned a property. He bought for $540,000, and you know, already the value is about $590,000 as of the last time. That's if it doesn't even appreciate it better. But what did he do? He was able to get a high-paying job, and I gave you 10 high-paying jobs yesterday. If you're not here yesterday, please go to my YouTube, Dr. S. Akintayo, subscribe and watch it. 10 high-paying jobs. And I told you that many of these all of the 10 high-paying jobs I shared yesterday, you don't need a college degree. And some of them you can earn from $50,000 every year to $150,000 every year. Now, what was that needed for? Cash flow. Everybody, I want you to type cash flow. I'm trying to do a just short recap of yesterday's session. Can everybody type cash flow, cash flow, cash flow? So we said the reason you are getting a high-paying job is because you needed cash flow. Okay, everybody, I want you to type cash flow. Remember, share this video 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. So the reason you are picking up a high-paying job or you're becoming a property agent is not even because you want to remain an employee, but you need a cash flow. In the Western world, you build wealth leveraging on cash flow. I want everybody to type cash flow. So Hezekiah is here. What did Hezekiah do? Got certification easily in less than 6 months. He was able to get a construction job manager role, right? A very high-paying job. And that was able to help him to be able to buy a property that many people have not been able to buy in 10 years in the US. And he did that in less than 3 years because he got a high-paying job. Now, many of you, you get to the US, you get to the UK, they told you you need to go back to school. That's a lie. Can everybody type that's a lie? You don't need to go back to school. Usually that's a trap. Now, there's nothing wrong if you choose to go back to school. That's okay. But they tell you to go back to school is usually a trap to be indebted because now you have to take a student loan. By the time you're graduating, you are deep in debt in college loan. Now, that's how your life begins to get messed up because you are deep in debt. By the time you are graduating, there's even no guarantee that the job you will get will be a high-paying job, despite having a degree. But he got to the US instead of doing security job. There are many people like him who are graduates who got to New York and they're still doing security job. In fact, there was somebody he delivered. And funny enough, he went to Osu also. One of these our colleagues, he delivered the guy from a tourist job of less than $10 an hour, taking tourists, and this, he was able to encourage the Moses, right? And he started again construction. Just say, hey, guy, get this certification. You begin to get this, and the guy started, and his life started changing from being a tourist guide, staying on the street of New York, trying to get people to take a tourist bus just to move around New York, to getting a better paying job without having to go back to school and getting a new degree. If you're enjoying this class, type I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying. Come on, guys, engage me. If you're enjoying, type I'm enjoying. Now, Yoruba will say, in other words, your charm is real. You use it to hit your head. So, because when I started saying this, many of you felt it's mystery. Is it true? Some people even were asking me, have you done it yourself? Is it possible? So again, I've brought the live student here, and he's going to be sharing you guys his story. His name is Hezekiah. He lives in New York, and he's the guy I shared the first point, get a high-paying job. So I want you to tell us, when did you get, by the way, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing today?
Excellent. Good afternoon.
You look chubbier.
I'm seeing myself now, like, when did I get this big?
Exactly. Like,
I mean, I'm
yeah. What's happening? You are chopping live, eh? So let's start from the beginning. People come to the US and the UK, and they tell them, go get a security job, and you need to go back to school because nobody will collect your Nigerian certificate. And you need to go back to nursing. And some people never wanted to be a nurse. And that's why many people in diaspora today, particularly from Africa, are nurses and doctors because they tell you that's the high-paying job as at that time. So everybody became a nurse. Why didn't you become a nurse? And why didn't you go back to college? And how did you get your high-paying job? right? Just so that they can confirm that you can get a high-paying job without a college degree from America. You did it. Can you
Yes.
share briefly with us?
Okay, yeah, Doctor, my esteemed mentor, thank you so very much for bringing me live to this huge, because by this time tomorrow, I know millions would have watched this video. So it's a privilege for me to come up. First thing I would like to share is that the reason why people rush to security job when they get to America or London is because they want to impress. People want to start sending money home right there. People want to impress their colleagues and families.
Yeah.
But the necessity to, sit down and make inquiry of necessary certification courses that you can do in 3-4 months.
Yes.
And before you know it, you find yourself in the circle of, well-paid people. They call it beyond average or whatever. There is a way they classify it: low pay, medium, and high. So that's the first thing, because that's the first thing I discovered. People want to start impressing their families and friends back at home. So the first alternative is the security job that is available to get that quick money and start saving money. That is what led people to go into security job. So that's number 4. What helped me, there is nobody I want to impress. I took my time to go to classes. Like Dr. rightly said, I'm into construction. There are over 60 certification courses that you can do
in construction. By the way, guys, share this video 50 times, okay? Share, hit the share button, okay? So go ahead. Over 60 certification courses you can do in construction, okay?
Like all my own certification, I got them under a body called the International Council Code, ICC.
Okay.
And what people do,
how many certifications have you done so far, and how long did it take you to get the certification?
The certifications, I'm working currently with 6 certifications, and I got everything within just 1 year.
6 certifications? Wow.
Yes. And I got them within 1 year.
So by having 6 certifications, let's assume you were being paid, let's say $25 an hour. Does it now double it to $50 or something? Or what does it do?
Exactly. In fact, let me break it down. I'm in construction, and when you are coming into construction, the first thing they're going to introduce you to is to concrete testing, and that is about $17 an hour, depending on the class of people you move with and your own mental reason. When I did my IAC, I won that for concrete testing. From there, before you know it, I moved into rebar. There's another certification for rebar. You know, all these things that one contractor we do in Africa, there are different certifications you have to go through before you handle these things in construction. So when I did my concrete testing, I did my rebar. From rebar, I moved to masonry. And from masonry, I moved to bolting inspection. From bolting inspection, I moved to welding inspection. So the more I get those certifications, the higher my pay. And so I heard that that's exactly the way it is in IT, because of most of our friends are in IT. The more you are able to acquire, the more they pay. So that's the way it is. And this job we are talking about even pay more than all my friends who are nurses. They are looking at me ahead, because when I tell them, oh, go to Africa, go and buy land, they're like, where will I get the money from? And these are nurses. These are nurses that they buy so much, and
some have stayed even longer. So guys, again, like I said, by the way, welcome everyone. Please share this video at least 50 times. Yesterday, I shared a lot about how to make your first $1 million in the US and the UK. And the first step was that you need to get a high-paying job. And I gave an example. And again, today, I want today to be very real, and I'm going to be with him all through. And the first step, I said, get a high-paying job, because when you do get a high-paying job, the next step becomes easier, in the sense that the second step that I shared is you then go get a property in the right location. And it should be a single-family home property in a very good location where the equity can grow faster. Usually, it may be more expensive to get, but you will get more in equity. And the reason why you then need a good paying job is that when the lender comes
to evaluate your property. What determines whether they are going to give you the mortgage, right, for that kind of heavy, expensive, is a function of what's your cash flow. And I told you, in America, you build wealth. In US, in Canada, you build wealth with loan, with equity, with debt. That's how you build money. That's how you become rich. You don't build wealth with cash like we do back in Africa. In Africa, you want to buy a land, you have to drop all the money. You want to buy a house, you have to drop all the money. But in this part of the world, you use debt and you can become a millionaire easily. But before anybody will do anything, they want to see your cash flow. They want to see what is coming in. Are you in a low income bracket? If you're in a low income bracket, there's certain kind of properties you can't buy. And because you can't even buy certain kind of property, now you can't make certain kind of money from that kind of property. Right? Now you have to go buy property in neighborhoods that are so remote, neighborhood with crime, neighborhood where the property value does not appreciate at all because you're already in a low bracket. But when you get some of these jobs, one of the jobs I taught 10, please go to YouTube, Dr. S. Akintayo, go and watch part 1. It's going to change your life. One of the jobs out of the 10 that I share, high-paying job, is construction. And I brought a practical person to you who has done it. Now, the second step after getting a high-paying job, among the 10 high-paying jobs I've shared with you yesterday, go watch part 1 to know that job. Are you ready for number 2? Number 2 that I shared yesterday is go and buy a property, okay, in the right location. Now, I want to ask you, Mr. Ezekiah, how did you get to learn about how to make buy property and then make your tenant pay for your mortgage? I know you learned it from me, but when but when did you learn it, and how come you took action? Many other people will be telling you, they want to argue with their keypad. You decided to take action. What was it that got you to say, this, my mentor is saying I should do this, and I'm going to get a single family home. I'm going to get my get 2 floors. I'm going to get my tenant to pay for my mortgage. I'm going to live in the ground floor. It was your story I shared yesterday, how you partitioned the ground floor into 2 bedrooms. The first floor, you rent it out $2,000. The second floor, you rent it out $2,000. Your mortgage, tax, everything was $4,000. So your tenant right now are paying for your mortgage, and the entire property, you got it for $540,000, and it's currently $590,000. I don't know that it has appreciated. Tell us that magic.
Okay, so before, when I started watching you, the first thing I was learning was how to the land banking. I was a student of land banking in Africa. Yeah. I don't have anything to do with buying properties here in America.
Yeah.
So for many years, I was just following the land banking strategy. Mm-hmm. So when you begin to talk about buying houses here, I don't even have money. Like I share with you, I don't have a dime at that point in time.
Yeah.
Because all the money I acquire was just sending it to Africa to buy more land.
Yeah.
But when I listened to one of your teachings, was it last year? No, it was this year, February.
Mm-hmm.
No. It was last year, December. Sorry. It was last December. I listened to when you begin to talk about buying properties in America and all that. So this is what I did. When I watched that video and I understand the fact that I don't have money, I don't have the required minimum deposit, which is about $30,000. So This is the smart move I made. Mm-hmm. I went to a construction that was in progress. Off plan. And it was given by the 5th best hospital in America.
Wow.
The building is by the 5th best hospital in America. Wow. So I went to them. I gave them my pay stub that I earned this much, and I've been earning this much in the last 1 year.
Yeah.
And it's still continuing.
Yeah.
I am interested in this property. I will give you guys $5,000 deposit, and before the building completes, I would have paid the $35,000 required minimum deposit. And they told me, let's give it a try. So I gave down the $5,000, and I suspended everything I was doing in Africa, the land banking thing. I was, about the project.
Yeah.
So every 2 weeks when I get my paycheck, on Friday morning, I rush, I buy a cashier check and mail to them. So I started that. I learned
I'm getting value, guys. And share this video 50 times. This is raw value, right? If you're getting value, type I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Share this video across all platforms. That's like I told you yesterday. These things is what few Africans know. They don't teach it. Some other people who even teach it charge as much as $20,000, right? And so people are not able to use it. And you're learning this for free. Don't be greedy. Let's share. Let's empower people. It hurts me how there's so much opportunity. There's so much way people can become rich, but they're not. We're just going into crime. We're going to Yahoo Yahoo. How can you come to America and be doing Yahoo Yahoo? How can you come to the UK and be committing crime when there's so much legal opportunity? You said there was no opportunity in Nigeria. Now you are here and you're still doing what is wrong. And so, guys, share this video. You will save somebody's life. You will open somebody. You said there is no opportunity in Ghana, in Zimbabwe, in Cameroon. You say our political leaders are bad. I'm not arguing with you. Now you are here. Become a millionaire. And you can do it. And there are people who are on that journey. And today I'm intentional because sometimes when I do my trainings, because I don't bring this to them, I know everybody wants to come. I'm gracious that he's willing to share. A lot of people say, Dr. Steve, don't tell me, I don't want to come. If I come, family members will start asking me for money. They think I now have a house. I don't want to come. So I'm happy he was willing to come. But we need to share and empower so many people. So share this video 50 times. So you then were able to, between the time you met them and the time they finished construction, you were able to pay the first $35,000, which is the minimum deposit on that property.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Between January and April, I made the payment.
Beautiful. Between January and April.
Yes, it took me that long.
That January and April, was it that time it appreciated by $50,000 or when?
Yeah, so by the time the completed the project and the appraiser came to appraise the house,
yes,
that it has appreciated by 40,000.
Wow. Wow.
So 2 months after you came to the US,
before you moved in, it has appreciated by $40,000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
So 2 months after
go ahead.
that you came to the US, that was when it grew up to 50,000.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, that was, I think,
so
June.
Right now.
By June, yeah, it was 50,000.
Yes. So as of today now, it has appreciated to $90,000.
Wow. In less than a year, you already have $90,000 in equity.
Because the one beside me was sold 2 weeks ago to a Ghanaian neighbor for $625,000.
Wow. I think you should clap for yourself. Why not clap for yourself? Just clap for yourself because you're a good student. Clap for yourself now because you're a good student. And why I say you should clap for yourself, it is not about hearing these things. It's about doing it. And so many of us have this mental blockage, right? And anybody trying to give us an opportunity, we're just saying, no, what are they talking about? I know this thing, I know better, I know it. Our method, even though it doesn't always work, we just want to stick to it. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. I expect a different result. Now, one of the exciting thing I want you to share with us, why did you believe in the model I taught you, which was let your mortgage is not an asset, it's a liability. And the only way to convert your mortgage from a liability to an asset is to make your tenant pay for your mortgage. Why did you accept that mindset? And how did you then create a system where right now your tenants are paying your mortgage? Can you share with us that one?
Well, the answer that I will give to you will be very funny. Because I saw you doing it.
Yeah.
I see all the projects, Sapphire Estate, Beryl Estate, and to the glory of God, I knew when we started in Osu, and Now what you are saying is practical and evident. It's all over the world. It's in Dubai. So I was like, no, I have to do this. And I did it and it worked. So, and that's it. That's the answer. I saw you doing it. You are not, we know we have a lot of speakers who teach us this, but they don't even have proof to show us. But you teach us, you show us, and that makes it more meaningful to me. And with that, I have to take a step. So I took the steps. Sir. So my answer is that I saw you do it. You have proofs. You show us on FaceTime, on Facebook, Real Estate, Abuja here, Lekki here, Ikorodu here. And it's real. It's not just a theory, it's practicable. And I took the risk. And now here I am today. The company reached out back to me 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations, Ezekiah. I want everybody to type congratulations, Ezekiah. Congratulations, Ezekiah. Everybody type congratulations, Ezekiah. Come on, I like people who are happy for other people, because when you show joy for other people and gratitude, you are next in line. Now, I want to teach you part 3 that I didn't teach you, Ezekiah. So I need to take your note. I'm going to pull you down. And then when I'm done with part 3, I will pull you back up again. And, we will have that conversation. So this is the part 3, because, again, I have a rule about mentorship. When you practice the thing I've said, then I can give you more strategy. But if we give you 2 steps, right, even one, do. You can't say, okay, how far? No. I want to see you do 2 steps, right? Then I can give you the 3rd. Then I can give you the 4th, right? So I want to share with you, Ezekiah, how you can get 7 property for yourself in the next 12 months. And this is the best time to do it, because the property market in New York is going through some tough time. And so you are able to buy at a good price right now. And you can, and I know it's beginning to come back, right? The New York market is beginning to come back. So if you quickly key into things like this, in the next few months, you are just benefiting from the new appreciation that is coming into the New York market. So I mean New Jersey market, because New York and New Jersey, they affect each other, right? So in the next, you are able to take leverage on that boom that is about to come back again. So I'm pulling you back up. Just take notes. When I'm done, I'll pull you back on again. So, but how many of you can do what Ezekiah has done? If you can do it, type, I can do this. I can do this. Everybody, come on, talk to me. If you can do what Ezekiah has done, can you type, I can do this, I can do this. Remember, share this video 50 times. So step 1, to making your first $1 million, get a high-paying job. Step 2, buy a property in the right location. Okay, usually it may be more expensive. You may need to pay more money, right? But it's to your advantage. By the way, how many of you are in London? If you are in London, you will get an opportunity to be trained by me this Saturday. If you're in London, type I'm in London. Yesterday, so many people came to my wall and started pleading, because by the time I was done with my show yesterday, we had completed the 20 tickets that were given, right? And it was already full. But right now, I had to contact my team and say, can we extend the hall? So we have gotten a bigger hall than what we planned to use before. So we're going to be giving all of you who send messages to me, you are getting your free ticket to meeting me here in London and be trained by me this Saturday, 11 a.m. So rather than pay $500, you are attending free, you are getting a free ticket. I have 10 more tickets to give you guys. So if you're in London and you did not register yesterday, or I also made a mistake. I gave many of you who were trying to register, I gave you a wrong number at the beginning. So if you're in London, I'm going to be giving you a free $500 ticket this Saturday to be trained by me physically in person. You are going to see me in flesh. I'm human being. Okay, you're going to be seeing me in person. And I'm going to be showing you practically how you can do this thing in London, here in London. Okay? And it's time for you guys to start building wealth. It's time for you guys to start becoming wealthy. And there's no more stories. You want to do this right now. Again, like I said, if you're in London kindly type, I'm in London, I'm in London. If you're in London, type, I'm in London, I'm in London, I'm in London. Everybody talk to me. So today I want to share the next step that you can take, that Hezekiah will take and other people can take. And it's in US, it's called HELOC, okay? Home equity line of credit. I want everybody to type home equity line of credit. Everybody type it. Home equity line of credit. Can everybody type that quickly? Home equity line of credit. That is the name of this particular program in the US. Okay? Home equity line of credit. That's what they call it. Now, in the UK, it's not called home equity line of credit in the UK. In the UK, it's just basically home equity against your mortgage, right? So here in the UK, it's quite different, where the name is just home equity, and you're able to get equity against your mortgage. You get an equity against your mortgage. And what that does, and this is a powerful way people are building wealth here in the UK and in the US, is that becomes like a checking account. I want everybody to type the checking account. Okay, if you're able to do it in the model that I teach my student, you turn it to a checking account. In fact, there are some people who no longer use any account except this particular account. For every expenses they are making, all the expenditure, they do it from this account. And they just, even the tenants that they have, they just ask the tenant to make all the tenant payments into this HELOC account. Okay? And this model then allow you to begin to pull out the funds that is there. So in the case of Hezekiah, Hezekiah has 90,000 in his equity right now. 90,000. Can everybody type 90,000? Everybody in London is asking me for the link to register for the London event. So if you're in London and you want to join me this Saturday, right? For a practical session with me, here is the number to call. Right? No, sorry, don't call. Just send a WhatsApp, SMS, your full name, email, and phone number. You get a $500 worth of free ticket to attend the event. The event is called Family Finance. It's $500, £400. But if you are among the first 10 to send message, you get opportunity to attend the event for free. You won't pay a dime. But here's the number. You must say your full name, email, and phone number to okay, sorry, I said 0794 965, okay, 965 2845. So let me put the number again. So you want to quickly reach that number, right? So the number again is 94 965 2845. Don't call the number. I've just pinned the number. Only send your full name, email, and phone number and state that you are registering for the event. Don't call the number. Just a text message and you get a confirmation that you have been booked for this event. Send a text. I've pinned the number. But let's go on. Now, what will Hezekiah do? Please share this video 50 times. Share at least 50 times. Facebook, WhatsApp. I want everybody to keep sharing across all social media platforms. So Hezekiah can pull out $90,000. Okay? Now, with $90,000, Hezekiah can get how many more property? 3 property like the single family home he just acquired. 3 new ones with $90,000. He can get 3 new property with that same equity. Is this making sense, guys? If it's making sense, type it's making sense. Now, using the same formula of the right location, which usually is more expensive, right? Tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you guys some property here in London, right? One is very close to Wembley. I told the developer I want properties that the value can appreciate. You know, before you know it, people are investing and the equity goes way up even before they are done paying for that property. That, let me say this, and I want everybody to type this quotable code. Smart real estate investors make money when buying and not when selling. Okay, everybody write this. Now, that doesn't mean you won't make money when selling, but smart property investors make money when buying. That's when they make the money. They make it when buying the property. They don't even wait till when they are selling. From the day I'm buying the property, I've already structured a system where I'm making my profit. So in this practical example of Hezekiah, Hezekiah did what I told him. High-paying job, got his first property, right? Did an off-plan payment where, while like I'm going to show you a property here in London, is going to be the property is going to be completed in November, December. There are some other that will be completed longer. You want to quickly key into such property, strike a flexible payment deal. By the time the property is completed, what has happened? The value has even gone up. You already have an equity on that property. So he has done that. What he then needs to do now, he has $90,000 that he didn't work for. Now he can buy 3 new property. I want everybody to type 3 new property from his line of credit. Everybody type 3 new property from equity. Everybody type it. 3 new property from equity. I want everybody to write that. 3 new property from equity. The same model. This one, he bought it opposite the 5th best hospital in America. So he can buy 3 new ones in the kind of right locations like this. He can still do. Now, if he decides to go for an off-plan sales, it means he can even get 5. But let's say he's even doing, he wants to pay all the deposit at once. He will get 3 new ones. Now, with 3 new ones, remember the other one that he got, his mortgage on it was $4,000 and he's living on the ground floor. This one, he gets the same single family unit that is 2-story, so he's able to get 3 tenants. Everybody type 3 tenants. Now, if we use the same model of $2,000, what is happening? $4,000 goes into what? The mortgage, and guess what? He's now making $2,000. Now, because he's doing this on 3 property, how much is, okay? How much is the new income? What I call cash flow, what I call passive income, what I call money without doing any extra work. How much? Can everybody tell us? How much is the new money that Hezekiah can be making in the next 1 month? Who can tell me? Come on, everybody, talk to me. How much? That's $6,000. That's $6,000. Now, this model, a lot of you have asking, how about Canada? He works in Canada, he works in Germany, he works in UK, he works in US, he works in other parts of the world. I'm just giving US and UK as an example because US and I'm currently in UK, right? But it works in everywhere. The names are different, but it's the same model. So what will happen right now? Hezekiah will immediately start making $6,000 without doing any extra work. And when I told you, you are not yet financially free until your passive income is more than your active income. And this is how Hezekiah can retire from construction work. Right? Right? With what I'm teaching him now. With this model, over time, in the next 12 months, what the money will be making from passive income will be more than his what? Active income. Are you learning, guys? If you are learning, type I'm learning. Show some gratitude. Come on. Show some love sign. Show some thank you, Dr. Stephen. Share the video 50 times. Right? These are things you need to pay for that you're learning for free. Okay? I've told you, those of you who missed part 1, go watch it on YouTube. Dr. S. Akintayo on YouTube. Just type Dr. S. Akintayo on YouTube. You will be able to watch part 1 so that you can understand what we've been sharing. Okay? Dr. S. Akintayo on YouTube, right? Go there, you see the video of part 1 and go watch it. But if you're excited, show some appreciation. You know, I tell people this. All of you claim I'm your mentor. You better appreciate me when I'm alive now. Else, my ghost will come after you if you are praising me when I'm dead. Okay? Because Africans don't celebrate their heroes when they are alive. It's when they are dead, we not say he's a good man. He's a great man. When he's alive, what are you saying about him? Don't mind him. He's too arrogant. He likes to show off. Celebrate me now when I'm alive. Okay? I'm changing your mindset. I'm showing you how to build wealth legitimately. Show the love. Show the gratitude. One of the ways to show that gratitude is to share this video 50 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, across different platforms. Okay? Copy the link and start posting. And share, share, share. Get everybody in here. Let them learn this. So, the first round of the leveraging on his equity, Hezekiah will be making $6,000, what we call passive income. Money that he didn't have to work for. Right? Meanwhile, he now has 3 properties. Now, what is happening? And you should hear this. The tenants begin to pay for that mortgage again. He's using that same HELOC account to, run everything. What will be the next thing in the next 6 months? In the next 6 months, each of these property will have appreciated by another what? Another $60,000. If he got it in the right location. The same template I taught him to get the first one is the same template he needs for the next 3. And then what will happen if he's getting $6,000 new equity, like, from these 3 properties? $60,000 times 3, that gives you $180,000. Ladies and gentlemen, woo! Ladies and gentlemen, that is how he will get, because with $80,000, ladies and gentlemen, this young man can get another 7 property, bringing his total, let's say he even gets 6, bringing the total property he owns to 10. Ladies and gentlemen, in 3 years, Hezekiah is not just a millionaire. Hezekiah will be making guaranteed over $50,000 every month from his tenants. Every month. Come on, clap for me now. That's why I'm the guru, ladies and gentlemen. Show some love. I've never taught this before, and I will not be happy. I'm not even going to continue this series if you guys don't share this video. I'm supposed to continue tomorrow, right? But if you don't share this video and get everybody in here, okay? Share, 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 right? And I need, instead of all these questions you guys are asking, settle down and listen, because the process is the same, except in Africa. This same model I'm teaching you is the same, except in Africa. Tomorrow, I'm going to be teaching you how to do this outside of US and UK. If you are in Africa and you want to also become a millionaire, I'm going to be teaching you. I've done that. I didn't just do millions in Africa. I did billions. I've built property assets in Nigeria worth billions. This year alone, we're going to be doing 20 billion naira in transaction. This year alone. Okay? And we've already done a couple of billions already. So how do you do that? We're going to be discussing that yesterday. So tomorrow. So please calm down. Some of you are just asking questions rather than listening, rather than sharing the video, rather than learning. Because ultimately, if you don't take time and learn, and you're just envious of those in UK and US, and I told you it's the same model in Canada, same model in the whole of European Union. It's the same model in America. I don't know of China, but it's the same model in the Americas, in Canada, in all these other American countries. It's the same model in Europe, and in Dubai is a similar model in Dubai. So tomorrow I'm going to be combining how to do this in Dubai and how to do this in Africa. How many of you are excited, right? How to do this in Dubai and how to do this in Africa. But how many of you have already registered? Those of you in London have registered for tomorrow, Saturday's event. If you've registered for Saturday event, type I have registered, I've registered, I've registered. If you have not registered and you need the detail, okay, to get a $500 coupon or discount, please let me know, and I'm going to be giving you what it takes. So how many of you got value in today's class? If you got value, type I got value, I got value, I got value, I got value. Now, I have one of my students, Pius, is based in South Africa. Pius, you posted something earlier about your testimony. Are you ready for me to also bring you up so that you share your testimony about how you've used the same real estate training I've given you in South Africa to build wealth for yourself? Pius, if you want me to bring you up, just type bring me up, Dr. Stephen. But if you got value, type I got value, I got value, I got value, I got value. Come on, everybody. Now I want to bring up Ezekiah, and you're gonna see his excitement, right? By the way, Ezekiah, you've not paid prophet offering. Ezekiah, let me say that. Aside, by the way, fairness to him, anytime I'm in the US in New York, Ezekiah is my driver. He drives me around. Gets me food, handle all my domestic chores anytime I'm in New York, and I want to thank him for that. But Ezekiah, I need more than just doing domestic chores of driving me around New York. Where is my prophet offering? Okay, many of you have been making crazy money from what you've learned from me. You have not sent me any money out of what you've made. You haven't. So those of you in London and want to be part of the training, so I'm doing a live training in London on Saturday, 11 a.m., Family Finance, and I'm going to be sharing how to build wealth as a family here in London. Okay, practical way. The number I've just posted it plus 0794 965 2845. Again, 0794 965 2845. Send your full name, email, and phone number to that number. Your full name, email, and phone number only for those of you in London, right? And I'll be giving you your free ticket to be able to attend the event for free instead of paying $500, which is 4,400 pounds. You will be able to attend for free. Those of you who are not in London, but you have family members, quickly send them that link. Let them go and register. But don't just send them the link to the to register for Saturday event. Also send them the link of this video, because they are not going to understand the opportunities they are going to be learning. Okay, they won't understand it except they watch this video. By the time they watch this video, they will be able to understand how to make. Many of you here, you're already making money. It's because I'm not calling myself prophet, Abi. Your pastor hasn't helped you to make as much money as I've helped you to make, and you have not sent me prophet offering. I will teach you how to make money. You go and send it to your pastor. I will appear in your dreams. So I think I need to start appearing in some people's dreams. Okay? When you just see me say, give me my money, give me my prophet offering. I thought you had to make money. How many of you are excited? If you can see the $1 million, can you type, I can see the $1 million? Come on, everybody. Type, I can see the $1 million. If you can see the $1 million, type, I can see the $1 million. I can see the $1 million. Come on, everybody. Talk to me. You can see the $1 million. Type, I can see the $1 million. Ezekiah, I need to just type something so I can pull you up, and you can tell me how practicable what I just told you now and how soon you are going to do it. So I will bring you back to come and share your testimony again. So I'm going to bring you up. Then after that, I will bring Pius from South Africa to share how he has used the real estate strategy I've taught him to build wealth in South Africa. Okay? And by the way, Pius, you need to get me to South Africa. Right? Get everybody together, bring people together. Once you can show me you have 500 people ready to listen to me, and you send me an invitation, I'm just going to get it. Okay? Somebody's talking about how he was denied mortgage. Yes, why wouldn't you be denied? If you don't meet up, if what you are making does not meet up. We told you get a high-paying job. Are you on a high-paying job? Some of you miss point 1, you jump to point 2. Right? You meet point 1, go to point 1, go and watch yesterday's video. I understand the foundation. When the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? You cannot show a guarantee to your lender. First of all, you are not showing that you are in the middle or high income earner. And then you are saying you want a property of $300,000 and you want them to give it to you. I mean, what are you talking about? That's why we told you, you do not need a degree to get a high-paying job. I tried 10 jobs you can do here in the UK, in the US, in Canada. 10 high-paying jobs you don't need a college degree for. You do a certification just like he did it. That's the first step before you start saying it didn't work. Okay? The first step he did was he migrated from Nigeria to the US, but the first thing he did was to get a certification, a high-paying job that does not require a college degree. And now he was able to now start making good money, where you're able to get $30,000 to $50,000 an hour. Right? When you get to that threshold, you have something stable. Then there's cash flow. They can see, your lender can see your cash flow. Can everybody type cash flow? With that cash flow, it's easier. He just told you now that he went to bid for a property of $540,000 and the minimum deposit is $35,000. What did he do? He showed them his cash flow and said, you guys haven't finished building this money. Can I just pay you the first $5,000 I have? As you can see my cash flow, I will be paying you. And by the time you're done building, I'll have paid the entire $35,000. If I don't pay, that's fine. You can give it to somebody else. And nobody will say no to that. They've not even finished completion of the buildings off plan. They will say yes. Okay? So if you are not already in the middle, because when I started, my first point, Ezekiah, and I said, get a high-paying job or become a property agent. Do you know many people just started laughing here? Because in their mind, how can you say I'll become a millionaire and then your first point is that I should get a high-paying job? Are you kidding me? I need to fire my boss. And I'm telling you here, that's not how it works. You need a credit record. You need a record of your cash flow. I tell people, if except you're already a multi-millionaire before relocating to the US or to the UK, or you're a billionaire like me before coming to this part of the world, first get a job, even if you do it for 6 months or 1 year. You can see now, Ezekiah, with what I've just taught you tonight, can you comfortably resign from your job in the next 12 months? And do you have the assurance that you'll be making more from this thing than your current salary in the next 12 months? Yes or no, Ezekiah? Be sincere. Don't talk.
Yes.
Be honest.
Yes, to be honest with you, just yesterday, I received an email from the company that lent me the first loan that they are tracking my equity and they see that I'm qualified to start buying investment property, so that if I'm interested to come back with my equity, I can go for one. So my agent now told me that I should go and work on my credit card, because I have about close to $15,000 debt on my credit card. That before we take that step, I should clear the debt on my credit card. So right now, yes, the lender already reaching out to me that I'm qualified for another loan to buy an investment property. So yes, I can.
Now, with this model I've taught you, do you see yourself being able to earn more in the next 12 months if you execute what I've taught you?
100%.
And then being able to now retire or resign and face this fully while you are even making more than you're currently making. Do you see that possibility?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So what do you want to share about what you just learned tonight? Because you know, I did never share this with you before. This is another layer to it, right? Where you're able to get a HELOC, right? A home equity line of credit, and you turn that HELOC to your checking account. Every transaction should even be going. So one of the things you need to do, by the way, you need to shut down your credit card. Right? You need to shut it down.
Yes.
Right? And do all transactions using this model. I don't know that you understand what I'm saying, because
I do.
One of the guys who is successfully doing this is one of the things he had to do. So every payment or anything he's doing, he uses that account. It doesn't even, he has no other, I'm doing, no, everything goes through that. Because now your tenant money keeps going back, so everything keeps funding itself. All tenant money goes into that, everything keeps circling. So you send, for those of you who are booking for Saturday event, to get a $500 free ticket to the Saturday event. Instead of paying $500, you're able to attend for free. Do not call the number I've given you. Send your full name, email, and phone number, because that same number is you're just going to distract us. So don't call. Just send a WhatsApp message. Some of you are addicted to calling. WhatsApp message, full name, email, and phone number that you want to register. I just pin it for Saturday event. You're in London. I'm in London. My name is Jide Sosonya. Email, phone number. I'm registering for the London Family Finance on Saturday. Kindly give me a free pass, and you get a reply from me, or you probably even get a call from my team about how you have confirmed your seat. It's a $500 to attend, or £400, but I'm giving 10 people, first 10 people to send me message. WhatsApp, first 10 to send WhatsApp message will get free ticket to attend on Saturday. You meet me live, you ask me as many questions you want. Well, I'm able to show you even for a customized strategy and even opportunities. So this one is not just we're talking. I'll show you some properties you can key into here in the UK. Okay, and it's going to be an amazing time on Saturday, I promise you. Come with your family if you're married. If you're not married, you can come alone, right? But let's look at how to build family wealth in this part of the world. You cannot end racism until you teach people how to make money, until you teach black people how to become wealthy. You can't end racism. Racism is tied to poverty. That's the truth, right? If I am your boss, even if you don't like the color of my skin, because I pay your salary, you gotta give me my damn respect, bro. But when I'm your boss and there's a history that we white people, we are better than you, that's how racism continues, right? But when you are also wealthy yourself, when that property you own it, this hotel you own it, even though you're in the UK, one of the most annoying things for me, and I'm going to be sincere with you guys, I'm very pissed off. You told us Africa wasn't working. You came to this part of the world only to become a slave, a modern slave. It doesn't make sense. Whatsoever you tolerate has the right to remain. If you tolerate poverty in America, you remain poor. If you tolerate poverty in Canada, in US, in UK, you remain poor. And some of you, rather than brazen up and say, I'm going to do this, you give excuses. Cut that excuses. Stop giving the excuses. Nobody become rich by giving excuses. I tell people, excuses is luxury that rich people cannot afford. They can't afford it. You come here, excuse all the time. Sir, it doesn't work. Sir, it's not like that. Sir, analysis. Sir, stop. Quit that nonsense. Whatsoever you permit has the right to remain. We come this part of the Western modern slavery. It's an insult that Nigerians, immigrants, are the highest number of medical doctors in America. Yet, there is no Nigerian-owned hospital. Come on. Come on. Come on. And it is excuses. Stories all the time. Sir, Dr. Simi, you understand. Dr. Simi, you don't get it. Dr. Simi, you don't understand how it works. Hey, you don't understand. What do you mean by I don't understand? I don't live in the UK. I own businesses here. I pay salary here. I'm already making money more than you that have been here for 10 years. Wake up now. This is how you people started giving me story. I have started coming to your part of the world. I'm making money in millions of dollars. You are still watching me. Come on, wake up. Wake up. And I'm not a citizen. And I don't even plan to be a citizen. That's the funny thing. When you have money, what are you doing with all this? Okay? Because if I even become a UK or US citizen, I will not start paying 30-something% in tax. Me not keep on tax. I will keep my Nigeria that you say is not good. Okay? But yeah, I become your citizen now. I mean, our UK company is required to pay. It's absurd. About 35,000 to Her Majesty, the Queen. And that's because we're a company. If you're an individual, you pay almost 50%. Okay? So let's wake up. Let's stop giving excuses. To make this training easy, I brought somebody like you. He's based in New Jersey. He works in New York. I mean, what else do you want to hear? Because when I do the training alone, you say, Dr. Stephen, you don't understand because you're an entrepreneur, you're already rich, you know this thing, it doesn't work. Okay, yeah, I brought a man. He's less than 4 years in the US. He does not have a UK degree. It's still his Nigerian degree he has here. He did certification. He got a high-paying job. Now he has the first property. I've just taught him how to get the next 3 property. I've just taught him from 3 to get 6 more. And you're still here giving stories you don't understand. What are you talking about, guys? Wake up. Can everybody type wake up? Everybody, I want you to type wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Everybody type it, wake up, wake up. Right? Wake up. I know how much you struggle, even though, I mean, it's construction job, you know, you have certification, it's still a lot easier. But even that is not as easy as that. Meanwhile, you are doing 1 job. Some people are doing 3 jobs. Okay? 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 20 jobs. So for those of you who didn't attend yesterday's class, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You watch the part 1. In the part 1, I taught 10 high-paying jobs you can be doing in the UK, in Canada, in Germany, without a degree. And you can do it without a degree. Dr. S. Akintayo, go there now on YouTube, subscribe. You watch part 1, just watch part 1. When you watch part 1, you understand this part 2 that we're discussing today. Okay, so for those of you who don't understand, and those of you who are currently in London, if you want to attend, get a $500 discount. You know, for those of you who are not even in London, you can send this to your friends, to your loved ones who are in London and say, hey, Dr. Stephen is teaching how to build wealth. So send both how they can register for Saturday event, but also send the URL link to this video so that they can watch and understand what we are teaching. If they don't understand, it will just look like gibberish. So last question I'm going to ask you before I bring Pius, who is doing great stuff in South Africa, also using this model. What do you think everybody watching you should do right now? Right? Probably they are still feeling, should I do this? Can I do this? Does it work? What is your word to them? I haven't taken your first step. I know, I trust you. I know 3 months from now, you already have 3 properties. I know you, right? And like I said to you, get rid of that credit card. I don't have any credit card anywhere in the world. I don't have. It's the quickest way to slavery. If you want to be a financial slave, have a credit card, right? But what you can do, you know, because this also can serve, like I told you, as an account. You can serve, it's still technically a credit card, but the advantage of this is that I'm able to still pay all my bills, withdraw money, do everything. But this is also serving as, I mean, remember I told you cash flow. So it doesn't matter, and this is how America and UK and Canada work. It doesn't matter, and you'll be able to even do more with this particular account. It doesn't matter whether what you are owing the bank is 1 billion. Robert Kiyosaki even shared this. We hosted Robert Kiyosaki on Thursday, and he shared it. He said, I'm in debt to over $1 billion. He said it. He said, I've used debt to make money in America.
I watched it.
Okay? How America, UK, all these people work, they don't care whether your debt is $100 million. As long as you are owing $100 million, but guess what? They can see every month, $400,000 coming in, right? There's a cash flow of $200,000, $400,000, right? Coming in. They don't, their own is, are you making enough to service the debt? Right? And this is why I said cash flow is king, not cash. Money is not king. Cash flow is king in this part of the world. In Africa, cash is king. In this part of the world, cash flow is the king. All they want to see is money is moving, money is moving, money is moving. You now, many of you, what you've done, I did a short TikTok video. I said, poor people are poor because they take loan to go and buy a car. Liability, not an asset. They take loan to go and get a mortgage. A mortgage that you do not rent out is a liability, it's not an asset. I said, but what do rich people do? A rich man will take loan and build a skyscraper and rent everything out. Now he's owing the bank a whole lot of money, but guess what he's showing? Cash flow. And if the whole thing even goes bad, he declared bankruptcy. Meanwhile, he's paid himself plenty salary. He's made more private money for himself, right? He's gotten debt in a lot of discount on taxes because all his transaction is done. Are you seeing also how this helped you? Because all your transactions are now done with the home equity line of credit. It's also helping for tax. Because now is that, hey, which is why they hate Donald Trump. Because I can't pay tax when I'm owing. Right? I can't pay tax on debt. Are you learning, Hezekiah?
100%.
So what do you have to say about this new knowledge you've gotten?
About the
You need to speak louder. I can't hear you.
About the ELOC, I just learned something new today that I've not learned before.
Your voice is still low, very low.
Can you hear me now, sir?
No, let me remove you and pull you back. Just say something when you come back so I can pull you up. But how many of you are excited about today's class? If you're excited, type, I am excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. I want to say this very, very strongly, and I know I can be emotional when I make some of this conversation, but I'm tired of seeing you guys struggle. I'm tired of seeing Africans in diaspora struggling when there's so much opportunities. You have no business being poor. I want everybody to type, if I'm an immigrant, I have no business being poor. Everybody, I want to type it. You have no business being poor. I can even understand those who are still back in Ghana, back in some part of Africa, who are saying things are tough. I can even understand them. But you claim you've left. You've japa. You have no excuse. There's no excuse tenable for your poverty. No excuse tenable. Look at how many of you now have good access. Okay? You have good access to good internet. What has many of you done? You start Facebook Live and start abusing yourselves, start fighting each other, hating this one, hating that one, hating this one, fighting this one. You know, this is my enemy. And then you start watching rubbish. And when you too watch those videos, you now start sharing with other people. Jide and Yinka are fighting. Have you watched? Have you watched? Have you watched? Well, they're already doing that rubbish in Clubhouse now. You have access to good internet in the Western world. Instead of thinking of building real wealth for yourself, all you are still doing is to fight each other. Instead of thinking, how do we build the first African-owned hospital in the UK? Oh, let me just get a job. Let me just get a job. Let them just pay me. My salary. Let's just increase my salary. You can own these things. You can learn these things. You can build real wealth, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Everything, I also want to give a disclaimer. I want everybody to type disclaimer. What I've shared tonight, okay, do not do it without a mentor. Okay? It sounds easy, but you need to be guided. You need mentors. Please let me say this again. What I have shared tonight, disclaimer, don't do it without a mentor. Okay? Don't do it without a mentor. You need mentors to guide you on how to go about this. If you do it without a mentor, you will burn your hands because you don't understand how the system works And at the end of the day, you say, oh, but Dr. Steven said it on Facebook. I heard this. So get somebody to guide you, right? You may need to pay, but please pay. It's to your advantage. Pay. The reason why our people are not wealthy is because we don't pay for knowledge. We're not interested in investing to learn from successful people, right? We always want everything free. Everything cannot be free, ladies and gentlemen. And even when people are charging, you demonize them for charging. If they've made everything free, how will they have become rich? If I've been doing everything free, how will I have been this wealthy for you to listen to me? Okay? So everything is not free. Can the gentleman from South Africa make a comment so that I can pull him up? I'm struggling to be able to pull up Hezekiah. So let me put up the testimony from South Africa. After that, I will pull up Hezekiah if I'm able to. One of the things I'm doing with today's show, I'm blending it with testimonies from people who have done it, just so that you can stop giving the excuses. How many of you enjoyed today's show? If you enjoy it, type I enjoyed today's show. So today's show, I'm backing it up with live testimonies from people who have listened to me. They have implemented what I taught to a level, and they are taking it to another level, so that it also helps to kill all these your excuses. Nobody become rich by giving excuse. Nobody. Okay? You want to be rich, you have to cut off excuses. Right? Excuses are not in your own interest. I don't know what's happening. I'm just suddenly not able to see you guys again. I don't know why. I have Pius here. Pius, for whatever reason, I'm just not able to add you. So I don't know what happened there. But either way, I hope you are blessed tonight. If you are blessed, again, type I'm blessed. Please do me a favor, everyone who listened to me today. Share part 1 and part 2 with everybody you know. Part 1, part 2, share with everybody you know. Okay, let them know that they need to come and learn. Let them watch the two. And this is not a video you're going to watch one time. Sometimes you may need to watch it multiple times, right? Before it then sinks in. You may need to watch it again and again and again. Sometimes it happens that way. But please and please make sure that you share this with our community. African groups where they just gossip about each other, add no value to each other. Share it to them. Let us start focusing on building wealth. We can. It's let us make money. How many of you agree? If you agree with me, type I agree. Okay? When we make money, we can decide to fight each other. Because when rich people fight each other, they fight in a civil way. When poor people fight each other, it's just too much a mess, right? So when we are rich, we can fight each other when we have money. But the cocoa for now is let us begin to teach our people how they can build wealth for themselves, and not to come on social media and begin to fight and abuse each other and curse each other out. We need people to start thinking wealth creation. Everybody type wealth creation, wealth creation. For me, that is my focus. I want to see Africans thinking wealth creation. Okay? A lot of people said they're joining me for the first time today. You're welcome. Welcome, welcome. All of you joining me for the first time, you're welcome. The handle is Dr. S. Akintayo on Instagram. You're going to learn so much from me on Instagram. It's also Dr. S. Akintayo on YouTube. All right. I run a show called Investment Chat in a Rolls Royce. I bring special guests. They share how they've made money. So so go there on Instagram, on YouTube, subscribe, and you can learn more about me. You can also Google my name. I started my business with just $10 13 years ago, and I built it to be multi-million-dollar corporation in 4 continents of the world, a multi-billion-naira corporation in Africa. You know, so, and you can do the same. You can build wealth legitimately. You can build wealth and travel all over the world like I do. Take your wife on vacation, take your family on vacation. You know, take good care of your family. I've done more than 6 vacations this year alone, right? You can have the best of life, but you need to take action. You need to be hungry for success, and you need to be willing to pay the price. Let me say this. Anytime you are not willing to pay the price for success, you're a scammer. I want everybody to type this. Anytime an individual is not willing to pay value in exchange for cash or price of success, then you're trying to be a scammer. You have to understand that success is possible, but there's a price to be paid, right? There's a price to be paid. You must be willing to humble yourself and learn. You must be willing to take some risk. You must be willing to know that you're going to, you need to be mentored. You must be willing to pay for mentorship. This year I've paid over 150,000 US dollars on mentorship alone. I want everybody to type 150,000 US dollars on mentorship alone. I have paid this year alone. And that's why I'm constantly able to build more wealth for myself, because I'm mentored by the best in the world. There's none of my real estate mentor that is not a billionaire in dollars. I don't have one. You have to be a billionaire in dollars to mentor me, man. But I'm willing to pay the price. Whatever you need me to pay so that I can learn what is in your head, I'm going to pay. That's how I got here. But many of us want to learn. We want people to teach us. We want people to use their energy and mentor us and give us everything, but we are not ready to pay that. That's why we are not building the real wealth. So tomorrow I'm going to be bringing back Ezekiah. I'm going to be bringing back Mr. Pius. And for whatever reason, I wasn't able to bring him up. So Mr. Pius, you need to work. Maybe you change your phone, or maybe your camera setting or something, because suddenly I wasn't able to see you in a way that I can pull you up. Maybe your phone is not on landscape. Maybe you put it on, because you have to put it on landscape, right? Landscape is this. Your phone has to be this way, because that's the way I am. If you put it this way, maybe that's the reason. I'm not sure, but it may be the reason. So because my phone is this way, you have to put yours to this way, right? So if you put it this way, I'm sure it can work. So tomorrow I'm going to bring the two of you back. One will share testimony from South Africa, and Ezekiel will give us more testimony about what we've taught him about the US and UK market. Also, okay, so Pius, can you turn it to landscape? Let me see if I can pull you up. Pius, if that's the reason. Same thing with Ezekiel. Turn it to landscape. Let me see if I can pull you up. Also, I'm going to see if I can bring a few of my students also who have done land banking with me, invested in Africa, and I've been able to, make cool money. I'm also going to see how I can. And I'm going to do something good tomorrow. For those of you who want to invest in our property in Africa, I'm going to be giving you discount tomorrow. But the rule is you must be willing to make a commitment that same tomorrow. Okay? If you're not making the commitment tomorrow, the discount is not going to be for you. So, so be ready tomorrow. I'm going to be giving you some juicy offer for those of you who are investing in our development in Africa. And it's going to be a fantastic moment. Real fantastic moment. Owen Jemet says, yes, I'm here. Owen, I don't understand what you mean by you're here. Owen Jemet, is that Pius or somebody? Pius, are you able to, do your phone the way you need to do it? Ezekiah, are you there? If you're there, let me know so I can pull you up. So guys, again, go and follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you can buy my latest book. It's called The Billionaire Habits. It's $47. Okay. It's about the habits billionaires have used to build wealth that poor people don't use. Okay. And it's a powerful book that is changing the life of people all over the world. The Billionaire Habits. I've gotten testimony from all over the world. Ezekiel is still not working.
I've gotten crazy testimonies from people all over the world, whose life has changed because they watched the Billionaire Habit. Okay, and it's just a life-changing opportunity. So people, I say, what's the name? Again, if you're in London, go and register for Saturday event on the number I've just pinned it. That's London. You're in London and you want a $500 discount for my seminar, go register now. There's just 10 tickets left. Also, somebody say, what's the name? It's called HELOC account, HELOC, HELOC, Home Equity Line of Credit. Okay, HELOC, Home Equity Line of Credit. Okay, Home Equity Line of Credit, that is it. Sunny Side says, I bought some property. I bought some equity line of credit, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know how to sell it. Ask me all those questions tomorrow. Francis, your matter, I don't even understand. You are bearing several names everywhere. Good to see you, Francis. I wanted to pull you up, but your video isn't working. Okay. So love you all. I hope I've answered all the questions. Somebody say, why are you not doing business in Germany? I need to focus on the UK market first. Somebody is asking, is there HELOC in the UK? Yes, it's not called HELOC in the UK. It's called equity equity loan. Equity loan against your mortgage. So you take an equity loan against your mortgage. So it's the same thing, it functions the same way, right? But it's not called HELOC in the UK. It's just called equity loan. How can I build wealth with my internet? Go on my YouTube page, right? If you want to build wealth on your internet, go on my YouTube page, Dr. S. Akintayo, subscribe. There are videos on businesses you can do legitimately. Go and do them. Visit www.stephenakintayo.com/billionaire habit. stephenakintayo.com/billionaire habit. Those of you coming for my event on Saturday, you'll be able to buy it live. For those of you in London coming, okay, you'll be able to buy it live with me. I love you all and thank you for listening. God bless you. If you join us late, go watch all over again. Okay, if you join us late, if you were not here yesterday, go and watch the part 1 that we did taught yesterday. I love you and good night. God bless you. Bye-bye.